Welcome to battle number 5 of week number 8 of the FNF Seafoam Isles Draft League. I'm your host, Lionhugs, and I'll be commentating this live battle between Coach Actias of the Opal Ascents versus Coach Strelmir of Hive Minded. Before we get started, let's review the Megas and Z privileged Pokemon. In Actias' corner, we have an appearance of Mega Altaria as well as Z Any Manaphy, and in Drelmir's corner, I always say that wrong, Drelmir's corner, we'll have Mega Beedrill as well as Z Any Gardevoir and Z Attack Gyarados. Before we go ahead and begin, just like to go ahead and review some quick initial thoughts. So, what I do find interesting on Actias' side is that we do have both the appearance of... I'm sorry, I always mix their names up. It's not Dubblade, it's Aegislash. Aegislash as well as Minior, who can cycle between those attack and defense modes. So those could potentially serve as pretty decent walls, though they will have to watch out for, I was about to say Crocodile, given that dark typing and well as the ground typing, which would threaten the both of them to an extent, depending on the moveset's force. And looking over at Drelmir's corner, we always have a lot of really aggressive Pokemon. We have Mega Beedrill, quite obviously, big threat, Z Attack Gyarados, Crocodile, Gardevoir, Chandelure especially. So it looks like we have a very overall aggressive team, so it does seem to make sense why maybe Actias, maybe they decided to go for a little bit more of a defense to try to withstand the hits from those Pokemon. Still, not to mention that Actias does have some good heavy hitters on their team. Obviously, you have Hawlucha, Mega Altaria as well, and I do see Eelektross. There we go. Sorry, I'm a little slow with names today. Eelektross being probably a nice pivot to set up for those walls, or even to position the heavy hitters like Altaria and Hawlucha in a better place to go ahead and attack and withstand those. The sheer power behind, again, Drelmir's team. But without any further ado, let's go ahead and begin. Obviously playing in the background is the Versus Bede track from Sword and Shields. I don't know too much about the game since I've yet to play it personally, but I did see some of the new DLC yesterday when my roommate was playing it. Sorry, on Friday when my roommate was playing it. And I do like what Bede, I guess, gets up to in the DLC, but without further ado, let's focus on the match. I think a good probable early lead for Drelmir might be Mega Beedrill, actually, just to do a nice little attack before leaving it. Oh! I am wrong. We have Twinkle Toes, the Minior, activating its shields down, and we have Crocodile. The Crocodile looks like they both set up Stealth Rock. Stealth Rock is something that Drelmir will have to watch out for, as it will definitely hit Chandelure and Gyarados pretty hard, not to mention Mega Beedrill. Of course, two of the three Pokemon can also wear heavy-duty boots. And that comes Crocodile's knockoff, taking out Twinkle Toes' Rocky Helmet. Twinkle Toes responds with Endeavor. Actias is probably expecting a more damaging attack. Excuse me. Probably a more damaging attack. Possible good switch might be Hawlucha, but that knockoff is a little scary to deal with. Or perhaps even Eelektross if it has a coverage move. And there goes the Pursuit, bringing Twinkle Toes down 29%. Ooh, out comes Nugget, the Altaria. Took some fair bit of damage from that Stealth Rock. However, it is now in a position to Mega Evolve. Question is, will Drelmir answer with Gardevoir? No, instead, Crocodile stays in, uses an Earthquake, and out goes Defog, nullifying both sides' Stealth Rock. While that's definitely going to help Actias, his team, for survivability, it also helps Drelmir as well. This is before we even assume whether or not we find out that Mega Gyarados, I'm sorry, whether Gyarados or Chandelure is even holding heavy-duty boots. And once again, Nugget leaves, taking extra damage from Pursuit, and out comes Sweet Noodle, the Electros. And a knockoff takes her down to 50% health. However, Sweet Noodle also responds with a knockoff, and there goes Crocodile's Choppleberry. Another Stealth Rock, and it... Ooh! Sweet Noodle does have a coverage of Giga Drain, takes out Crocodile in one shot, and heals a bit of that health back. Fortunately, Stealth Rock is set back up on Actias' side of the field. It's the one issue with having a Pokemon that is weak to Stealth Rock also being your defogger. It's like having Armaldo with Rapid Spin. It can work, of course, but it's preferable to, you know, not have a Pokemon that is weak to those hazards. It looks like Gardevoir comes out to take Crocodile's place and uses a Moonblast, bringing Sweet Noodle down to the red. Down goes Gardevoir's Choice Scarf, but that actually might help Drelmir on the next match. Oh wait, no, hold on, Choice Scarf, I'm sorry, that's speed. This might be Sweet Noodle's swan song, so if we do a heavy hit here, that would be fantastic. As it does not want to come back out while Stealth Rock is up. Actias could also send Mega Altaria back out to Defog, but preferably not against Gardevoir. Would be a big brain move. I don't think Drelmir would expect that. Aegislash would also potentially be a good choice. Oh, and indeed, Mega Altaria does come out, and it takes the Mystical Fire. While it resists it, does it outspeed? I believe it does. Unfortunately, it does not. It might have been a speed tie, or it was the faster Pokemon. Gardevoir does use Moonblast and takes out Nugget before she could defog. Out comes Twinkle Toes, the Minior. I'm assuming they're going to try to set up Stealth Rock before going down. As I would think any move from Gardevoir at this point will take it out. And indeed it does. Gardevoir does go first, and down goes Twinkle Toes. The score is 5-4 in Drelmir's favor. Out comes Gilgamesh, the Aegislash. Takes a little bit of damage from Stealth Rock. Thankfully, it is resisted. And indeed, out comes Gastrodon. And here comes that Swords Dance. I'm assuming it's going to try to do a Scald. Oh, instead it goes for the Earthquake. Very aggressive. I have a very soft spot in my heart for Gastrodon, but I will try to be neutral here as well. I just used Doublade in Victory Road, so it's not like I can't cheer for Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh uses another Swords Dance, followed by a King's Shield, trying to, I'm assuming, raise his attack as high as possible before ideally sweeping. These are not really looking good here for Drillmere, as I do believe Aegislash can, at least with its coverage moves, either threaten or... Wow. Maxed Swords Dance. Very risky. But this is very high risk, high reward. And out goes that... A Shadow Sneak! Oh no, I think Actias might have forgotten that they were faster than Gastrodon during this whole exchange. Wait, no, the stance changed. That might have changed the speed. And indeed, Gastrodon is very strong. If it can recover, it can last quite a while. That was a very shocking turn of events. I wonder if that was even a low roll. Out comes Bubbles and Manaphy, hoping to avenge their comrade. And a Toxic misses from Gastrodon while Bubbles uses Tail Glow. Bubbles now uses Psychic, and down goes Gastrodon. Score is now 4-3, still in Drillmere's favor. It's like both players are trying to figure out what would be the best move to do in this situation. Mega Beedrill will outspeed, but will it take out Bubbles? Looks like Drillmere has decided to go for a U-turn. A good choice to send out would probably be Gardevoir to take what's probably going to be a Psychic. Oh, instead out comes Gyarados. Looks like Gyarados won't be able to... I don't believe Gyarados will be able to outspeed here. And indeed it does not it goes down to another Psychic. Mega Beedrill has returned, and we know it outspeeds. A Poison Jab is more than enough to finish off Bubbles. Score is now 3-2 in Drillmere's favor. Thankfully, I was about to mention Hawlucha would probably be a good choice, just because it takes some neutral damage to Stealth Rock, and hopefully can do heavy damage to whoever comes out as long as it's not a fighting move, in case Chandelure makes an appearance. Indeed, Chandelure does come out, and Endeavor does not work. I was hoping maybe for an Acrobatics. Instead, out comes U-turn. Interesting choice. And out comes Sweet Noodle, probably to take... Ooh. Drillmere wants to ensure Chandelure's safety, uses a substitute. And a Flamethrower does finish off Sweet Noodle, and Actias is down to their last Pokemon, El Misterio y Hawlucha. And indeed, Mysterio does have Acrobatics, but unfortunately, because Substitute was up, it was not able to hit Chandelure. And that ends the match. That will be a 3-0 victory for Drillmere. Wow, that was an exciting match, and it just goes to show you, Drillmere's team is pretty terrifying. Just the amount of heavy hitters going on, and on top of Stealth Rock chip damage, really punished the switch outs between I'm sorry, the pivots between Electros and I believe it was Halucha who had a U-turn? Yes. And that's also the issue with Defog. Like, yes, it helps you, but also, you know, if you're not careful, it gives your opponent another opportunity to set up hazards against you. Still, though, that was pretty close. Like, that was kind of hacks right there when when Bubbles was not able to take out Gastrodon. Once that happened, all the momentum that Actias built up, fortunately, was lost. I wonder if that was max attack Aegislash as well. I'm sure it was. Then, or if that was max defense Gastrodon. Still though, between that and Manaphy being a Tailglow user, looks like Actias did have some pretty good strategy, but again, goes to show you, it's hard to, even with the best strategy out there, it's still hard to match up against a strong hyper-offensive team, and I do believe both opponents were reading each other pretty well. But yeah, I mean, that pretty much concludes my thoughts, and as well as this match. Please stay tuned for future FNF Seafoam Isles Draft League battles. I'm your coach, Lionhug, signing out.